In Gecko, you can pick up the mission Solve the Gecko Powerplant problem from a few different characters. Currently, I'm in the junkyard area. I'm going to pick up the mission from Brain. Okay, so you can see that there is a ladder going down. So I'm just in this area here. So on my map, in Gecko, in the junkyard, in this kind of L-shaped building, I'm in the corner, and I'm just gonna head down the ladder. Okay, so it brings me to a vault underground. Now you can take the time and explore all these areas, but I know exactly where I'm going to pick up the mission. Okay, so underground, you can see I came down here and I went straight down there and basically just kept following it around to here. And it's called the Access Tunnels area. So I'm going to speak to Brain. Now, there's something that I mentioned in earlier videos, and if you didn't get a chance to see them, I'm going to show you something in my inventory. Now, they're called Cheesy Poofs. Cheesy Poofs, a box of cheese-flavored puffs. They're extremely good. Now, I made sure to come down here because I happen to know that Brain really likes Cheesy Poofs. So, you see an unusually large mole rat, musing to himself, "So many things pass away. Times are not what they were. Ah, I feel that my sole remaining kin has died. Mad though he was, I wish it were not so. I had hoped that he might find some happiness even in his dotage. To you, well, enough of my sad musings. Okay." Now, his brother was actually the mole rat that you had disposed of in Lameth. Sniff, sniff. I smell the distinctive aroma of cheesy poofs on you. You don't happen to have some to spare, do you? I just love cheesy poofs. I guess I could spare some cheesy poofs. Crunch, munch, crunch. I love cheesy poofs. They're so, well, cheesy. For that, you get to be a member of my special cult. And you can help me take over the world. Are you ready to become one of us? I was born ready. Where do I sign up? You mean become a giant rat? Just who are us? I mean you. I am known simply as the Brain, a tribute to my genius. Few things within Gecko, and only a few more without, escape my notice. You said something about joining you? The Ankh is a symbol of life. Once I've given you this talisman, you'll be one of us, and your comrades will be more likely to help you along the path towards renewal. But be careful who you show it to. Renewal? What do you mean? Well, as a part of my plan to rule the world, I intend to reward my ghoul followers by finding a way to restore their humanity. How are you going to do that? When I unite Gecko and Vault City under my rulership, I will dedicate Vault City's medical labs to finding a way to reverse the effects of radiation that turned the people into ghouls. They will be renewed, reborn as humans once again. That doesn't sound so bad. Are you ready to become one of us? I was born ready. Where do I sign up? Are you ready to accept renewal and wear my Ankh talisman? Okay, I'll take your Ankh talisman. Now you're one of us. Soon I will take over the world and all of us will be renewed. Uh-huh. Well, what do you want me to do? Well, despite your feelings about a rodent ruling the world, the actions I propose would benefit thousands of Vault City and Gecko citizens. You may not care for me or my motives, but the results are still well worth working towards. Why don't you tell me about those actions that you're proposing? You must get a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator from Vault City in order to repair the Gecko reactor. If you don't, then Vault City will no doubt attack Gecko, of course by destroying the reactor. They will doom themselves in the long run as well. Doom themselves? How do you mean? Why would Vault City give me a part for the Gecko atomic power plant? You have to show them that it's in their own best interest to do so. People are easily manipulated through self-interest. I don't think the people in Vault City will give me a part for your atomic power plant. They'll give you the hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator if you can prove that doing so benefits Vault City. I have prepared an economic report that details just how much repairing our power plant benefits Vault City. I'll let our comrades here in Gecko know of your mission. That's great, but who in Vault City would even think of reading such a thing? I think that McClure is the only council member in Vault City with enough brains to be able to see past his prejudices. He'll make sure you will get what you need. Well, I guess it's worth a shot. Where do I get the disc? You need to go up above, to the junkyard. Look for a ghoul named Gordon. He has the economic data that you need. You'll have my talisman, so he'll know to give you the disc. Done. All right, brain. Okay, so Gordon is located over here. So Gordon's in this building over here. I just came from over here. I just ran basically around there to here. Hey, Gordon. You see another ghoul. He appears to be preoccupied. I see you have the symbol. Are you here for the information? Of course, I wear the symbol proudly, and I need the information right away. Here it is, but don't let the wrong person know that you have it. Give it only to Councilman McClure in Vault City. Yes, of course, Renew brother. So here's the Ankh that Brain gave me. Talisman, a talisman which is worn by followers of the Brain. And this is the holodisc that Gordon gave me. Gecko holodisc. The label on this holotape reads Gecko economic data. It's difficult to interpret most of the technical charts, tables, and formula here, but the majority of the information seems to highlight the advantages of a Vault City Gecko Alliance. Gecko holodisc. So that's one way to acquire the mission. So another way to acquire the Solve the Gecko Powerplant problem is to speak to Harold. And he's located right here in the map area under Settlement. I'm just outside the manager's office. Right here, manager's office sign. Now, it might be interesting to some people, but Harold was actually in Fallout 1 as well, and you would have met him in the hub.
Hello there, smooth skin. The name's Harold. I help keep this town running.
Smoothskin, why did you call me that? Hello, Harold. What do you do here? Is that a tree growing out of your head?
Jealous? His name's Herbert. I talk to him when I get lonely. Just kidding. His name's Bob.
Ah, well, maybe you or Bob will know the answer to this.
What you need, youngster?
Hello, Harold. What do you do here?
Whatever it takes to keep this place together. Better job on it than me.
This place is coming apart?
Well, sorta. Our atomic reactors are mighty sensitive. The people I got running it mean well, but, well, they are not the sharpest tools in the shed, if you know what I mean.
Well, what do you mean?
Need a little time on the whetstone yourself, huh?
Uh-huh.
I mean, they are not too bright. Here's an example. The other day, I get a report. On it, it says the main coolant valve should be shut down. That would have caused a meltdown. That would make the Grand Canyon look like a pig wallah.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Oh, yeah, that would be bad. Now, I got things fixed up in time, but we came close to the end there. Whew. They need someone to watch out for them.
Ah, good thing you're here to help them.
Who'd have thought I'd be making things right? Although, if we don't get a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator pretty damn quick, there is gonna be trouble.
Really? Trouble? What kind of trouble?
Without a functional hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, we are leaking radioactive coolant into the groundwater. Now that means anyone using that water is not gonna need a nightlight to take a midnight piss. Also, we need more fuel because our power plant is not burning it very efficiently.
Oh, sounds bad. Where would you get a hydromagnet something or other? What happens if you don't get the part? Who do you buy your fuel from?
We get our fuel from the Broken Hills. That's a mining community some ways south.
Oh. And what happens if you don't get the hydro part?
If we don't get it, you can bet those boneheads from Vault City will shut down our power plant permanently.
Oh no, what will you do then?
Take dirt naps. Vault City doesn't play nice. They'll just come up here and kill all of us if we don't get that part. Well, at least I'll have a tree for a monument.
Aw, Harold. Sounds like trouble. I need to run off and see what I can do. Bye. So if you had spoken to Brain, you would have gotten this mission here. And I just spoke to Harold, and I got the mission from him. Now there's another way you can acquire this mission. Okay, so I'm in the junkyard. I'm just outside here in this area. And, you know, if you're playing this game for the first time ever, you're not necessarily going to know that you can pick up Solve the Gecko Powerplant problem from a variety of different people. So if I talk to Gordon, so I can pick it up from Gordon without having to speak to Brain or Harold. Hello there, my name's Gordon. Gordon of Gecko. Hello, Gordon. I'm Jane. What do you do here? I look for opportunities. Opportunities like what? I look for ways of maximizing my potential worth. That sounds like greed to me. I am greedy, but most people misunderstand greed. Greed is a powerful driving force. Throughout history, mankind's greatest achievements were driven by men that wanted to better their positions. Driven by greed. Greed, for a lack of a better word, is good. I'll take your word for that, Gordon. But What does greed have to do with Gecko? So far, not much. But in greed lies Gecko's salvation. I have important information about the survival of Gecko, but I can't get anyone to listen to me. What kind of information? Well, I've calculated that if our reactor was running properly, we could generate an enormous amount of excess power, far more than Gecko needs. Yeah, so? I've also found out from a very reliable source that Vault City cannot expand without additional power. Vault City can't expand? Vault City, you see, has enough power for their current needs, as long as they're careful. But the Vault power plant that they use was never designed for the increased load their city is putting on it. It's at peak capacity right now. Without more power, they can't expand. I don't see how that helps you. Well, if our power plant's working better, we could trade our excess power and technical expertise to Vault City in exchange for medical technology. And without more power, Vault City will burn out their reactor within 15 years. If Gecko's reactor isn't repaired, we won't last half that time. Without medical technology, all of us ghouls are going to die off in the next 20 years anyway. Everyone loses if Vault City and Gecko don't cooperate. So you're just a good Samaritan, huh? Somehow I don't buy that. Not at all. I've got my end covered. I'd be the natural choice to administer this project. Greed is my driving force, but thousands of lives are saved by it. Greed is good. At least it would be. If I could get anyone in Vault City to read my economic data. I might be able to show that data to someone in Vault City. Well, I have all the relevant economic data on disk. You may have it if you promise to show the data to someone in Vault City that can understand and make use of the data it contains. But be discreet with it. Not everyone there will be happy you talk to us ghouls. Okay, I'll take the disk. I'm sure that I can put it into the right hands. Goodbye. So I picked up the mission from Gordon, and I also picked up the economic disc from Gordon. Gordon didn't specify when I was speaking to him that I dropped it off to McClure, but in the mission, it does specify McClure. So it helps you out a little bit if it's your first time playing the game.